Hey LinkedIn, I thought I would do a quick little note here and just share it with all of you. But I was talking to Ben here, and we were just talking about, you know, what people are really buying. When you think about what you're buying, or certainly when you're trying to create a message anyway, when you're trying to create a message for a given audience, you really have to look at like what are people actually buying? What is your buyer buying? And I think the more you ask that question of what's the why, what moves people, what are they actually buying, and the more you get away from commoditizing that answer and selling a what. And I think a lot of salespeople are selling a what, they're selling a thing, a widget, or whatever, and not really selling what people are buying. And um, we were talking about conferencing equipment as an example here. Like if you were buying a screen and you know the high tech equipment and everything like that, it would be easy to get into the framework of pitching speed and streaming and technology and things like that. And all those things are important. Obviously, the buyer wants to know that, hey, this equipment's really good and it will get the job done. But when you look at, for example, myself, when you look at why would I buy that, I'm buying it so I can have meetings with my customers and have a seamless interaction, which leads to the goals and the visions of where I'm trying to go as a company and what I see in my head. And really, that's the thing I'm buying, is I'm buying the vision for the future of attaining that goal. It's the goal attainment of what I'm trying to do. And it's not really about the equipment itself, although I want the equipment to be good, I want it to be crystal clear, I want it to do the things. But pending all of those things are true and it does those things, the thing I'm actually buying is I'm buying a shortcut to leapfrog towards the things that I'm trying to attain. And just with anything, when you think about any product or service that somebody's buying, the more you focus on the messaging and the campaign pitch around what are they really buying and really kind of playing to that thing, the easier it is, because then you're solving their problem and you're communicating a relevant message that it just makes life a lot easier. You're going to reduce the effort. But if you are literally just selling the widget and you've commoditized it, and you're saying, it's faster and this chip and this thing, and nobody really cares, and it just falls on deaf ears. Like you're selling the thing that you think people want to hear, right? And you're pushing the thing that you talk about at your company all day long. But the customer doesn't. I mean, they don't care, And so when you really think about it, you got to really obsessively put yourself in the shoes of the customer, perhaps even talk to the customers and really get in their head and really understand what moves them. What are they actually buying? What's the why? And the more you understand that, the more you can write a message that compels people in that way, the easier it's going to be, because that's what actually moves people. That's what gets people going. And if you're just spitting out things that are sort of the same as kind of a campaign that's just doing what everybody does, which is talking about talking about things that are like a chip or a speed or a this or a that, those things, they're not sexy. They don't really truly sell, and you're kind of falling on deaf ears and missing the mark of what is the buyer really, what are they really buying? So that's important to pay attention to. So I thought I'd throw that out there, and feel free to leave any comments below.